after dark. I wonder if my internal clock is malfunctioning too.
directions. Hello? Anybody? You're another one of those, huh? Oberlin's bound to like you at least. So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy. I promise I, or someone in here, will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Let's just get you inside first, okay? That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem amputation and we'll be set. Just scan the hand once you've got it. I'll be on standby. Promise. Time's a-ticking. Chop, chop! Ooh, sorry. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand! Bye!
Good, you're here, and you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. Ah, good. Well, bit of a downer, actually. Got my hopes up for a second, but I digress. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
Willkommen. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us?
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, you know, condition? Seeing someone do so much good around here.
Willkommen. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us?
The new animals up there.
My niece can be a bit forceful when she finds a carrot to chase. You have my word, though. You haven't chased your carrot into a trap. Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You are a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise. Oh, don't be silly. You certainly aren't from any of the others nearby. There's no need to be coy. I think we can both gather why I'd come to such a conclusion.
It's refreshing.
Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort. No catch. Just opportunity. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind. As they say, lies have short legs, no? Rest assured, you'll see this is quite the legitimate operation we have here.
Nobody wants to know us.
Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stolz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stolz Enterprises, respected member of Vault-Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly. In words, no. But I could feel your heart leap at the promise of our joint triumphs to come. You cannot hide these things from me, I'm afraid. No, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help you answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed any further. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer questions for you about our current predicament while you're at it.
To the surface, and nobody wants to know us because of our, condition.
So curious. I love your enthusiasm. I knew I was right about you. Go on, then.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. Before the storms.
What would Cassie do?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. Before the accidents. What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us because of our, condition. Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression. Hopefully Daniel will report in soon. Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And you were able to dispose of them. Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you could fill me in on your history. You do seem fit to fight, at least. But that's not really an answer to my question. I won't fault you for a lie by omission, though. You seem eager and able enough. I've already been made aware that you're a dweller from Vault 76. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions. Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on our situation. Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control. A number. An earthquake for one. A series of unidentified electromagnetic events for another. When the earthquake hit and the storm took shape, we were informed of a surge of energy near the proper entrance to the vault, back up north. This likely resulted in the security door being propelled some great distance. Interesting. Were these different times, I'd be tempted to weaponize such a thing. Yes, significant damage to the tram tunnels that once connected the various research sectors of this vault. Additionally, damage to the manor grounds directly above have caused some structural integrity issues with the atrium. Perhaps most concerning, though, is the various exposed entrances to the vault spread throughout the region. This has led to an increase in the number of lost now on the surface, which isn't good for anyone involved. Very well. 63's construction had fallen behind due to its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls won't be a problem, will it? Understood. Anything else? Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation.
We felt the whole
Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible. Do not hesitate to strike first. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm, though we're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified. That is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest. That's fine. Good.
There was a landslide around the mansion? I wonder how that happened.
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. How's it going out there? Windy? Eris?
Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Very well. Ah, you've returned. Very well.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and
We
news.
felt the whole vault shaking a while
Screw it.
back.
I miss how it
Security
was
said it
before.
was nothing to worry about, though.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents. Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms. What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us because of our, you know, condition.
Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains?
Change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface?
Vault 63 has left.
Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist? Of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded, well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so. A scientist, are you? Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to... Oh, never mind, B. This sort of talk is dreadfully boring. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us. Do not sell yourself short. You are clearly skilled in combat, seasoned by the world above, and knowledgeable on vaults. You're going to face a variety of challenges in future tasks, but I'm confident we've found the person for the job. And pay we will. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either of us when you're ready to hear the details. And once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board. Willkommen im Team, mein Freund. What? Never seen a blind man? Yeah, me neither. I could use some help over here.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, you know, condition?
I could use some help over here. I could use some help over here. I could use some help over here.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
I could use some help over here. I could use some help over here.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though. Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air. Fallout'76.
I could use some help over here.
No reason to think it won't keep blasting.
You reckon that storm's gonna get worse or better?
What are you planning, Stoltz? Make it quick. If I had time for idle gossip, I wouldn't be seeking your assistance in the first place. You'll have to speak to someone else. Point taken. Very well. The residents here are still a bit shaken up by recent events. And some less than recent events, for that matter. I'd recommend a light touch. You're not here to babysit. But there's also no need to be resistant to their requests. And unless Mr. Stoltz himself walks in here and says otherwise, I'm not at liberty to disclose anything further. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there.
There was a landslide
They are
around the mansion.
vocal. They'll be more than happy to provide details on themselves. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concern. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to...
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry
What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us because of our...
Don't... Oh, a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here? That we've spent far too long cooped up here. I can't wait to get back to work.
You said it, sister.
Is there anything else? What's a ghoul?
Is that what they're calling our condition outside? Those bastards.
That means this is a widespread condition and not unique to us.
I suppose we do look ghoulish. Smooth skin? That's an interesting way of putting it.
I'm tired of
Ooh, I like that. Those smooth-skinned bastards.
If we make contact with the outside again, it wouldn't hurt to use their terminology.
Thanks for the intel. Is there anything else? Now, why would we tell you that, stranger?
Yeah, a real nosy stranger. Hey, Julio, get it? Because they got a nose and we don't.
around here. We got a system.
It ruins the joke when you explain it, Lawrence.
Is there anything else? Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with this, huh? And sending in a stranger to boot. We must have it tough. Yeah, there's a few things we've brought up before. Most of it in the lower levels. Things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah. Alfie was one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it. You can get to the lower levels from the elevators just over there. There's also a stairwell down just across the atrium that leads directly to the storage room. Good luck.
Good luck down there.
You can get to the lower... There's also a... Or was there...
How about some space, buddy? You're standing a little close there.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
Looking for someone?
Don't you... You can get to the lower levels from... There's also a stair... Or was there something... Clearly infant. Did you have any questions? Rad rats? We'll need to make a note of all these new terms outsiders use.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators, much less seasoned fighters. That's why we put in a security request to deal with it.
They've been left like that for so long. They've probably multiplied by now.
Is there anything else?
The new animals up there.
We're just guessing, to be honest. Hard to tell why the Lost do anything they do.
We've been hearing whispers and pops like static electricity, which is pretty much exactly what the Lost sound like. We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk like that, but, you look very capable.
Is there anything else? Alfie was a good guy. Had a tendency to overdo things, though.
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere. Is there anything else? We'll be waiting.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room.
Ned.
Welcome back. How are things going?
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you?
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little.
Well, we're not really ones to gossip.
Not with outsiders, anyway. But you're alright.
Maybe we can share a few details.
I don't see why not. What did you want to know? Well, it used to be a lot busier. We'd take the rail line to work in the different wings each day. Then there was the accident, which, honestly, we still don't know much about. After that, most folks we knew became what we call the Lost. And the Overseer became, well... Oh, and then there was the earthquakes recently. That destroyed any way of easily reaching the other wings, even if we wanted to fight them back from the Lost.
It's not all bad. We got food, shelter, safety, and space. It'll sure be nice to be able to get back to work, but just think of it as an extended vacation.
The old vault sure was something.
I'm more worried about how much work we'll have to catch up on when things get back to normal. If they ever get back to normal.
We tried to keep working here in the atrium, even outside the vault, but in the end we just stopped. Been locked in here a while now. And looks like nothing's changing until that storm outside passes. Strict but fair. He runs a tight ship. As long as you hit your deadlines and don't cause problems, he's actually pretty pleasant.
But you don't want to find yourself on his bad side. I heard he was a pretty ruthless businessman before his overseer days. I doubt he's actually changed all that much. Just don't mention his, condition. It's kind of a sensitive subject.
You have to be in the business world, especially in wartime. He's always been pretty respectful during the rounds and inspections, especially when Cassidy was around. Say what you will about the man, it's clear he would do anything for his wife. He was head over heels for her.
She did keep him level-headed. She just up and disappeared one day. I hope she's doing well wherever she is.
Is there anything else? He's friendly, but can be dismissive. He does his best to keep things safe and orderly, but we can see he kind of resents it. Especially having to work for Overseer Stoltz. We just haven't figured out why, other than being overworked. The Overseer seems to be keeping him extra busy lately, particularly after everything that's been going on.
He's always been friendly. Heck, even used to be fun. Would always be up to party after work. Now, though, huge stick in the mud. Can't say I blame the guy, but last few years, he's been more, what's the word?
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
Boring.
Cold, bottled up. Like a shaken Nuka-Cola ready to burst.
Is there anything else?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
Is there anything else? Yeah. We'll spread the word that you are someone trustworthy. Thanks again for all the help. You're all right, outsider.
You should have
Looking
arrived
for
a few
someone.
years back. The old vault sure was...
You reckon that storm's gonna get worse? Better.
Move along. You're back. I hope you have good news for me. Well, color me surprised. With that out of the way, like dealing with the chaos going on, I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them? I see. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? First, your reward. I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it in the future. It's good to have someone reliable to count on again. Maybe now we can start fixing things around
There was
here.
a landslide around the mansion?
Now that you've proven yourself useful, I have a sensitive situation that could use some in-person... The emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered. Something that requires proper authorization to do. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher Hilda Stoltz headed there not too long ago. I believe you're acquainted. It would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's unlikely she'd seek outside meddling if it wasn't something serious. Undetermined. Hilda is the only one left who could have triggered the emergency signal. So we know she was there and alive not long ago. As you'll see, her research was unconventional and involved studies of the lost. If something happened there, it's likely dangerous. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns here safely. If she's unwilling to return, convince her otherwise. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over her safety. With her current numbers, that isn't a risk worth taking. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort of ventilation system. If Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine you won't have too much trouble. But I'll provide a security key, just in case. Be prepared for the worst. I look forward to your return. It's good to have someone reliable to count on again. Maybe now we can start fixing things around here.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing. These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
Wonder what human flesh tastes like. How about you stop wasting my time?
So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Well, as you can see, I cannot. Or at least not in the same way you see the world. More precisely, while I can navigate just fine, there are a number of optical challenges that my condition does not account for. Normally, I would have someone assist me with that, but, well, we are getting ahead of ourselves. So shall we begin? Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile from the supply runs.
I've been known to be a bit creative with resources in the past, but I am not that wasteful. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, the task falls to you. There was another copy, but I don't even want to get started, to be honest. Intellectual property can be so tricky to keep locked away. Perhaps chasing down the problem is something we could look into another day. For today, the safe is our solution.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here.
I'm concerned for my wife's privacy. Her notes could include audit reports and other sensitive information. While it means nothing to a stranger like you, it could sow discord in our vault. I'd rather not have files go missing or rumors spreading.
We got a system and it works, damn it.
You understand, don't you?
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us?
Aber natürlich. Please come back if you can help.
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Ah, screw it. I miss how it was before.
My favorite arm! We're so fucked! Is that mine? They have faded away.
You have no fingers or faces. We're not scared of you. I'm swimming red. That can't be good.
Oh, hello again. Didn't expect to see you here. Bye-bye then. Nice to see you again. Perfect! Well, almost perfect. I can't leave yet. Not until I've finished running the tests. I've been researching a method of reverting the Lost back to their original condition. Or at least, regain the ability to communicate with us. Uncle Hugo agrees with me too. This is top priority stuff, so, would you help me out? Please? Pretty please? Ask away. I am in danger! In danger of not finishing this research! On account of the teeny tiny Lost problem this sector is experiencing. Did I not mention we're a bit overrun with Lost at the moment? Because that'd be the reason I asked for help! So thanks for stopping by. It's personal. Sorry, always wanted to do that. But really, it is personal. Sorry. Maybe not normal, but something closer to normal. Less dangerous for us and them. Here's a way to put it. Maybe make them more like Uncle Hugo. You know, remember, they used to be our friends. Family. The longer they stay this way, the more likely the rest of the world will kill them all off. Sure. I think. I'm pretty sure. He's tricky to read. He definitely didn't ask me to stop looking into this. That's not a question. I'll thank you not to assume my charm means I'm lacking in skill or intelligence. I wouldn't be here without both. Now, give this asking a question thing another shot. You know questions, right? It's when you raise your voice at the end. I hope that clears things. You will? Great! First, you should head to the greenhouse in the chemistry wing. Once you're there, look for Henry. Oh, Henry is one of the plants. He's from the Papaveraceae family. Some subfamilies, when properly processed, can be used as painkillers and muscle relaxants. I'll be tracking your progress, and I'll give you a ring over the intercom with the next steps. Good luck!
Looks like you found Henry. Good. Now we just need to mix Serum Alpha. Head to the pharmaceutical lab. It should be through the door on your left after leaving the greenhouse. Once you've made the serum, we'll have to test it. I managed to sedate a couple of the lost earlier. There should be one taking a nap in the clinical trial. Just past the observation room, through the door to the left of the mixer station. You'll have to dose them with the serum. Hopefully they won't be too mad when you wake them up.
I know you're there, Ghost.
Storm is so beautiful in this light. No more. No more. No more.
cavern's outside. The entrance you need is in a pipe in the greenhouse. Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survived in there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. Oh, and those caves were used to vent dangerous gases from the lab. You may encounter some mutated critters or side effects. Good luck! Come find me when you get some samples, and I'll extract what I need and mix the next doses.
You're back. Did you find everything? Years of runoff gases from various chemicals, waste materials from the section's power source, as well as various spores and pollens from the plants that got vented into it. Give or take some years of materials. Oh, are you seeing some side effects from exposure? Your eyes do look a little funny. Tell me what you're experiencing. I'll take notes. Ooh, very astute observation. I will write that down verbatim. Not entirely unexpected given the past few decades of chemical exposure to that portion of the cave. But hey, you're still breathing, and standing too. Look at you, you're a regular lab rat in the making. Great! Hand them over and I'll make the new serum. You know, mixing formulas was always one of my favorite things to do here. I always thought, hey, if this doesn't pan out, maybe I could be a bartender at one of those high-class joints. One time, I mixed a custom cocktail for one of Uncle Hugo's parties. People loved it. Maybe it went down a little too well. Folks might have gotten far more inebriated than expected. Still, only a slightly smaller chance of mixed alcoholic drinks exploding than advanced chemical formulas. Okay, here's the first one. And here's the second. Don't worry, these shouldn't explode. Head over to the biology wing. There's a lost sedated in the surgery room. Should still be sedated, hopefully. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, I'll unlock the door from the terminal.
Who's there?
once more. Serum Omega has the stabilizing agent from the mushrooms, the relaxants from Henry, and a stronger dosage than Serum Alpha. Go to the vat storage room. You should find one of the lost in a vat hooked up to some machines. Place the serum in the slot in the machine. That should dispense the serum safely into the vat to be absorbed. Oh, this is our last chance today. Cross all your fingers and toes.
Shielded. Compared to the storm, this is nothing. Too strong. Open up! Want to see if your insides are clear? The storm is angry. Is it angry? I'm sweating. The storm is so in this light.
Did it work? That looked like it worked.
What's up, bro? You got something for me? I don't. Oh. Oh shit. Thank you. Hey. Thank you. Do you got any aluminum or hold on? Let me see. I just need a little bit. I gotta ask you something. Let me see. What I need? Helmet. I just need to ask you this real quick. You got aluminum or silver? I just need 10 aluminum, 10 silver if you got any.
Welcome back. Let's talk. It's complicated. To understand, I need to tell you what the actual purpose of this facility was before the Lost. Those vats contain sleeping residents from our vault. Back when we faced our first crisis of the mind. Going feral. Before the Lost. Feralization was the only real threat to our happiness here. It was running rampant and we were desperate to fix it. My papa was one of the volunteers. He showed early signs of going feral and offered to go under. Be a test subject for cures. He was also that last patient you ran the experiment on. Short answer? Science. Long answer? Well, I can explain that, sort of, if you're ready to hear the rest of it, that is. I'm sure you've run into their like before. It's when our kind goes from just sounding gruff and radiated to snarling, teeth-gnashing monster. We don't know why it happens, who it can happen to, or if there's any way to cure it, but, well, that last part is what we're trying to figure out. Okay, let me try to explain. As you probably noticed, the once sedated patients have two key problems. They aren't really sedated much anymore, and they're still lost. So, I'll come clean. We're not here looking for a cure for the Lost. Or at least, not here and not me. I'm here to test out new ways of sedating the patients here. Something stronger that can even put a Lost under. But, before you get mad, we are looking for a cure. The royal we, just not me, not here. Sorry about that. Not really. We had some early breakthroughs, especially using the, never mind. Just science stuff. I can tell you it mattered, though. A lot. We all had someone going through it, and I mean all of us. That's classified, I think. But the way you handle yourself, I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of time before we rope you into the effort. You have to remember, these are our friends, family. If we can keep them sedated, they aren't a threat to us or themselves anymore. And if you want to be pragmatic, we need samples. Living, healthy samples. See? It's still science. Promise. I don't even have a joke. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, and before you think I just wasted your time on a personal project, I did manage to secure some tissue samples too. And we needed those. Really. An integral step in fixing the loss. I mean it. But look, I'll head back to the vault soon after I finish up here. You can assure Oberlin that you've completed your rescue mission. Have a fun hike back. Bye now. You should head back now. Tell Oberlin not to worry about me.
you stop wasting my time? I am going to have a wild night with the imps. I miss the days when there were more things to kill.
Greetings, friend.
This gig sure is a downgrade from killing people for Rose. If I don't get a good cut, I will be cutting you. This camp could use more corpses. Life is better since the bombs fell.
Good evening. Are you preparing to seek him out?
I could save time if what are you looking at? I love the smell of corpses in the morning.
Greetings, friend.
This camp could use more corpses. Life is better since the bombs fell.
Afternoon?
get more jet soon. I will blow up you.
When I look at you, I see darkness. Would you like me to light up your way?
I could save time if I just steal supplies instead. Sometimes I think about burning this camp down.
Hello there.
This camp could use more corpses.
I see that your day is lacking his light. Shall I help you fix that?
go.
You walk, but not under his wings. Let me assist you with that.
I love the smell of corpses in the morning.
Greetings, fellow follower of the wind. Have you been blessed with a vision of him today? But of course. Oh, holy Mothman, trail the moth dust so their soul can find you eternally. None of these.
I have lots of hobbies. Raiding. Murder. Raiding. Life is better since the bombs fell.
Greetings, fellow follower of the wind.